Welcome to Farm Connections with your host, Dan Hoffman.
Stay with us. Kent Thiesse is up next.
Thanks, Dan. Today I want to talk to you about the impact of changing farm income trends. 2014 was one of the lowest profit years since 2009 for southern Minnesota crop producers and crop producers everywhere. However, livestock producers across the entire region had one of their most profitable years ever in 2014. As we look at the importance of the farm economy, the average farmer, according to Farm Business Management records, spends about $1 million a year on goods and services for crop inputs, livestock input and supplies, as well as for capital purchases and family living needs. So every farmer has a very big impact on rural communities and creating jobs and helping the well-being of our rural communities. Based on the 2014 Farm Business Management records of over 1,300 farms in southern and western Minnesota through the MnSCU Farm Business Management Program and University of Minnesota Farm Management, based on that analysis, the average farm in 2014 had an average net farm income of $96,000. Now that $96,000 is what's left after all the payments have been made for crop inputs, capital purchases, any expenses on the farm. That's what's left to live on, as well as any money for investment, reinvestment back into the farm. By comparison, that was actually 30% higher than a year earlier, primarily due to the extra profits in livestock production. The crop production, as I mentioned earlier, struggled a little bit in 2014. The average acre of corn had a net loss of $50 per acre. Soybeans were about break even. By comparison, dairy producers had one of their best years ever, averaging a net profit of over $1,200 per cow. And in hog finishing, the average return was over $30 per hog finished. So again, very strong year for livestock. If we go back 2 years earlier, 2012 was a record year for crop producers. They had an average net return that year of $250 an acre, where livestock producers lost money in 2012. The overall economy of many rural areas has been greatly enhanced by strong profits in recent years. However, 2015 appears to be the beginning of much tighter margins for farm operators, especially for crop producers. This will likely also impact rural communities as we go forward. I'm Kent Thiesse, and we'll see you again next time.